Hey, this is Andy Brown. In this video, I want to take a look at the available AI power assistants that are out there. We're just going to pull them all up, but I just want you to know where they generally are and get you exposure to ones that you may have never used before. I think a lot of people know ChatGPT, so that might be the first one we'll take a look at. So that will be in its own tab here. So we'll open this one up here. And I actually have a paid version of ChatGPT. I think the frustrating part is that every single thing that every one of these AI powered assistants, they all cost $20, right? So you can't use them all, but you'll have to pick your favorite. I like ChatGPT because it's not the best, but it just generally works really well and just keeps going, right? But it depends on your use case. Let's go open up another one. So another one might be Gemini by Google. So this is another AI powered assistant. Okay, I don't do a whole lot in here, but you can see I do a bit. Meta has one, so Meta AI, which is another one. Okay. Another one is Mistral AI. Whoops, I flipped my mouse over. Mistral AI, so here's another one that you might not be familiar with. Okay, I'm trying to think what other ones there are. Just a second. You know what? I only missed one, and it was Anthropic Claude, which, by the way, is like one of the most capable models. At least right now it is. So we'll just say Claude, and we'll have Claude AI. And I used to play for Claude, and it's really, really good. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and log in here to get into it here today. But obviously, like if you have paid ones versus free ones, you're gonna get different levels of performance. Okay, but I just want to pull them up here, and so you can see the interfaces are somewhat similar. We'll go ahead and try the chat here. Okay, so we'll open up Mistral AI. We'll sign in with Google. And there's probably other AI-powered assistants out there. Definitely in China, they have their own. China AI-powered assistant. Not hospital. AI-powered hospital, that'd be really interesting. But this is kind of where it's hard to find, because if you're not in China, then you wouldn't necessarily know. And I'm not even sure how they're accessible over here. But I know that there is an AI-powered assistant. It might be integrated into WeChat or Alibaba, but I simply don't have access to it, right? So I'd love to show it and take a look at it, but I can't. One thing I want to point about Meta AI and Mistral AI is that these are powered by open source models. So with Meta, it's probably being powered by Llama. Okay, so if we go over to here, this is the open source model for Meta AI. And then Mistral is powered by Mistral. It says the same name. And so, I don't know what the goal of Mistral is for their AI-powered assistant, because I don't feel like this is something they're trying to offer as a consumer product. It's more like to show the capabilities of what Mistral can do. Whereas something like ChatGPT, they want you to pay for it. They have right now a $20 tier and a $200 tier. Okay. And Gemini, I think they want you to pay for this as well. Yeah, they have like an upgrade button here, right? And so we can go over to here and just take a look at the cost. And it's $21. It's always about $20. Okay. But you go to Meta AI, and I don't think there's anywhere to pay or upgrade. Like here, you can store your conversation history, generate images. I'm going to go ahead and log into here. We'll log in with Facebook just a moment. There we go. But, again, I don't think there's any way to upgrade per se, right? Because that's not their intention with this thing. This thing is to demonstrate off their model's Llama, and I don't think they intend to make it a paid thing. This is also, I think, integrated into Facebook, so you're probably using it there if you ever use it in Facebook there. But the capabilities are just different. Like I find ChatGPT is really good at going forever. So whatever I want to do, it's like whatever it is, it just goes and goes and goes and goes. And I think what it's doing underneath it is that it's constantly summarizing information. So I've never experienced a point where it said, "Hey, you used up your limit," except for ChatGPT 4.0. So there's different models here. So like 4.0 is the latest one, and maybe it's 0.1 mini. Sorry, it's 0.1. So 0.1, these will have a limit, whereas 4.0 it just goes and goes and goes. There's some other models like GPT-4. And so, I just find that this, again, if you're doing day-to-day stuff, it generally works pretty well. Gemini, it's known for being able to parse really good documents. So maybe we can find like a PDF to parse. So I'm gonna say PDF white paper transformers. So maybe that's something that we could grab. So it's called the paper. All attention is all you need, right? And so maybe what we could do is download this and extract out the first page. So if I go to print here, I'm on my Windows machine here, but I can see if I can just save the first page. So just give me a moment. Okay, and so I'm going to drop this down, say Adobe PDF, and I just want pages 1. I just want the first page. And it says it's going to print, but it's actually going to save it. Okay, so I'm saving this to my desktop. And I'm renaming it to just attention is all you need, or just page 1. I'm going to call it page 1 on my desktop here. And so now what we can do is we can go ahead and try to drop this into our AI-powered assistant. Okay, so I'm looking for page 1. All right, and so here I'm going to try to drop it in. It says the page is unsupported, which to me is unusual. I thought that Gemini supported PDFs. But if I drop down here, we have Flash and Advanced. So maybe this is something that only Advanced can do. Let's go back over to here. But I'm told that it's really, really, really good at processing PDFs or docs. So we'll just take a look here. So Gemini Advanced PDFs does support PDFs files if you put them in a Google Drive and refer them by name. Okay. But is that in the free tier? I don't know. So that's something that I had saw before that was really great. But maybe I can't show that here today. So that's a little bit of a shame if I can't show that. But we can upload images. So maybe what we could do, well, first of all, let's just see if ChatGPT can handle our PDF. And I have the paid version, so it probably can, which is probably unfair. Okay, so tell me about the PDF. It probably can handle it, no problem. So it says here, however, the extracted text includes many encoding issues, which is difficult to read. If you like an attempt to extract and make more clear, go for it. And so this is something that is a lot of work to set up on your own. But like, if these things can do it, it makes your life a lot easier. But I've found that I get variable results when bringing in PDFs. Now, again, I'm not sure why Gemini is not doing it here. But what we could do as a cheat, because it can take images, is I can try to take a screenshot of this and drop it in that way. So let's see if I can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the text a little bit large here so it can see. This is really small, so I don't expect that to work. But I'm going to go ahead and see if I can paste it in here. And so can you OCR this for me? Now let's see if it's capable of doing that. And actually it's doing a very, very good job. Oh, look at that. It just showed us that it was doing it, and then it decided it couldn't do it. That's really interesting. Okay, but I'll say, but I just saw you OCRing, and then you stopped. Okay, how about this? We'll go back and try that again. Can you extract the text out of this image? Yeah, so there it's doing it, right? What? That's crazy. It totally did it again. So that's kind of odd, but whatever. Let's go over to here. And I don't know if we can upload. It said over here we should be able to upload images, right? Maybe we can imagine an image, right? So, can you tell me about attention is all you need? All right, and so it's outputting some results here. We'll make our way over to Mistral. It can search the web. Oh, that's cool. What's Canvas? What is that? I don't even know what that is. Mistral AI Canvas. Let's take a look here. A new interface that pops up in the chat window when you need to go beyond conversations into idealization. Oh, okay. So let's see those capabilities here. Maybe that's just like side windows. No, that's the web search. This is what we want to see here. Okay, yeah. So Canvas is the same thing as what Claude has, where they have like pop-out windows. But here we can upload a PDF, I believe. Let's go give that a go. Can you get the text from this PDF? Let's see if we can handle that. It's really interesting. It's saying it's garbled, right? Would you like me able to provide a cleaner PDF? Yep, do it. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. Again, I'm not paying for Claude here, but I like that this wasn't here before, so that might be nice to try that out later on. A technical passage that explains the thing. Unfortunately, much of the text is corrupted. So it's really interesting that it's not able to handle it, but Gemini, I definitely think if we had the advanced version, it would probably let us do it. I think there might be gating that feature over there. And then here, we can attach a PDF as well. So go ahead here and say like, can you get the text from this PDF? Okay. And we'll see what it does. And so this one's reading it and it's not complaining, right? It's just doing it. So that's really good. Okay, so, this isn't a great example of comparisons, but I just wanted you to get an idea that there are these ones out here that we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, we have Meta, we have Mistral, we have Claude. And we're going to just keep revisiting these things. I might actually have a better example that we'll walk through later, but this is just an introduction to these things. Some are paid, some have paid tiers, some will not have paid tiers, and their purposes are different, okay? So I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.